All right.
Uh,
Well, okay, we have one more sponsor that we want to thank before we get into our full blown Wodapalooza preview, and that is Thirdzy and their rest and recovery collagen. That is the best stuff out there. If you guys are looking to up your sleep game, improve your recovery, it has all kinds of great ingredients in it. It's got GABA, L-theanine, magnesium that helps you calm your central nervous system, helps you get to sleep faster, stay asleep longer, and it's just tastes great. It's going to improve your sleep game. Like Tommy knows, you just don't get enough sleep anymore. You just don't have the hours in the day. You're up when the kid's up. You don't have a choice. You're doing your thing. You want to maximize the amount of time that you have, the effectiveness of that time when you're sleeping. And Thirdzy will help you do that. I love it. I swear by it. Like I'm between 5 and 6 hours a night, but I get up and I feel really good. I really do. I have enough energy to last me the whole day. I don't really get to 3 p.m. Like Tommy knows, he's seen me in the meetings. Every now and then
yeah.
I might get a little bit of one, but I really don't. And
Yeah.
it's great stuff. It tastes great. You take it at night. If you're on the road and you don't sleep well in hotels, this will help that. Thirdzy's fantastic. You can go to thirdzy.com/TEF. And that's Thirdzy with a Z. You're going to save 20% right off the top. You're going to improve your sleep and your recovery, and you're going to support a fantastic product made by really good people. That's the most important thing. We like to support good people with great products, and Thirdzy allows us to do that. And they've been fantastic partners, and we really love working with them.
And bless my wife now, because when I come in to swap out from the night shift with our boy, there's a
Yeah.
little glass of for my
Oh,
dedicated sleep window. There's a
Oh,
little glass of Thirdzy just waiting there.
nice.
It's
that's
like,
perfect.
Right.
just shotgun it and
There you go.
crash out.
Thirdzy.com/TEF, and you will save 20%. All right, let's get in now to the main thing we want to talk about, and that is Wodapalooza Miami coming up, not this weekend, but next. And it is always a great time. They have a new venue going to be right there on the beach, kind of going to mirror what they had at Wodapalooza SoCal, which was a fantastic setting right there on the beach. That was a lot of fun. But the one thing that has become that I think really helped put Wodapalooza on the map, and Tommy, correct me if I'm wrong here, but weren't they one of the first, if not the first competition to have that 3-person team division? Because this was back when, like, they started that, I think, back when it was like still 6-person teams in the affiliate cup.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, now we're just going to do 3.
Yeah. No,
And now
absolutely.
they're doing the individuals and the teams different days so that people can compete in both. So we're going to just have some fun with the team division here, because there's some really cool teams out there to watch. And Lauren's going to be on site.
Oh, yeah.
Lauren's going to be on site, so that'll be good. But we've got Tommy came up with some, I think, creative categories for us to preview these teams.
Yeah, we would have some fun, right? Like
Yeah.
the team competition, like ultimately the results don't matter that much. It's an opportunity to compete, see a lot of elite combinations and stuff, have some fun. So I kind of thought to myself, like, what would be some fun superlatives, like a la your high school yearbook, to kind of throw at some of these team athletes and the combos that we're going to see? Because who doesn't love a Canadian PB&J,
They
or
were very well dressed. I mean,
they were.
they embraced the Canada.
Mm-hmm.
They were. I mean, the only thing they were lacking was just covering themselves in maple syrup.
I mean, there was there's the French Go-Wad team a couple years
They
ago
were
that came
great.
out with the striped shirts and
Yeah,
baguettes.
just lean into the stereotypes, everybody.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
So
Well,
yeah.
so we got a lot. Like, there's a lot of great teams here. If you go to Wodapalooza's Instagram page, I mean, they have all the rosters there. But we mentioned I think one of the most fun teams is going to be Jason Hopper, Jeff Adler, and Patrick Vellner. Just
Mhm.
we please
If
mic the team up. Just mic them up.
if you haven't been following them on social media,
Oh, here we go.
as
I
they've
gotta call this out.
all been, yes, please pull up this post. They went to a hockey game in, I believe, Montreal.
Yeah. So this is them. And the mascot they're with is Metal. Now, I believe, he's retired, but he's the unofficial mascot of the Montreal Canadiens. When I saw that first, I'm like, my God, what happened to Lucas Parker?
Oh god.
Oh
And I
my
realized that was the
god.
mascot.
Lucas Parker with frostbite.
Yeah. But look at this. Just shirtless, doing curls with a mascot and
Also
cameras
had
are
a full
going off.
photo shoot with this guy.
Now, didn't you were Lauren? You were saying that Adler got on the jumbotron.
He was on the jumbotron, and the ice, because it's not floor, the ice reporter interviewed him and had him
I gotta
doing
find this.
shirtless pull-ups. I'm pretty sure there was a pull-up bar and he was doing shirtless pull-ups.
See,
Maybe I made that part up. I don't remember, but there was a lot of content from them at the hockey game. And
mm,
yeah, Adler had himself a moment
there you go.
with no
Jeff
shirt.
Adler. He was not the guy I would expect that behavior from. Hopper, I would. Adler, not so much. But glad you're having
Amazing.
fun. And the competition hasn't even started yet. So yeah, go check out those guys' Instagram accounts because they're full of content just like that. They're going to be fun to watch. But so our first category in our Wodapalooza teams is who do you think is going to be who's the best dressed?
They got a lot to live up to, with the
Yeah,
cutoff
best
sleeve.
dressed.
Yep, and the baguettes.
And this
Oof.
is men or women?
Yeah, there's off the first crack, I think we're gonna get a sneaky best dressed. I don't know. Anytime I see Nick Matthew and I'm thinking crop tops,
Oh
that
yeah. All
usually
right.
comes to
Okay.
mind. Um, he's on a team with Brandon Shipper and Alex Catoulis. It's really who's going to get outside of their comfort zone, and like Sam Dancer showing up in a banana hammock.
Mm.
Like that's the effort that it's gonna take
Yeah, I
to
think
win
so.
best dressed.
Okay.
Um, hmm. You know what? Yeah, because there's some teams that I want to save for some of the other ones.
Okay.
I'm kind of going. There's so many teams, and there's some fun ones.
Yeah, there are. What about you know what? Let me throw like this team that seems to be a staple here: Olsen, Smith, and Mayer.
The boys, yeah, they kind of have to.
Don't you feel like they got to bring the fits?
I don't know, Lauren. You got any fit? You're an outfit of the day gal.
I am, and you know what? I know that I probably want to use Hopper, Vellner, and Adler for something else, but I feel like because Fikowski historically organized the fits, that he
Mhm.
might be chirping in their ear, and maybe he is their manager for Wodapalooza and organizing outfits per event. So they would have good guidance from him.
The
So,
women don't
and
seem to get as crazy with it, right?
I mean, the women always like match and they have really good color schemes going on. Like, I forget what team I interviewed last year, but they had different sponsors, but were still able to like match the color palettes based on like the outfits from whatever brand they were representing, which takes a lot of thought and matching of colors. And I
I think I
appreciate
think
that.
I think I got it. I think the
Right.
team of Annika Greer, Amy Kringle, and Jesse Smith is going to be best dressed
Ooh,
because they're going to do some fun stuff with the hair. Jesse
there
Smith
you
does
go.
some of the cool
You're
braids.
right.
Annika will probably have purple or a
Right.
dye. They're going to get Amy Kringle out of her shell a little bit. And they're going to have some fun with that, especially because Jesse's going to want to chirp Chandler for being like, looking a little bit more
Ah.
fly
Oh
than
yeah, they're
Chandler.
gonna try to outswag each
Okay.
other.
Yep.
Also, I do wanna give a shout out to Brittany from Braid Bar. She will be on site at Wodapalooza, and if like, she does these incredible braids that can have tinsel in them, that can have color in them, so even if you're a spectator or media like myself, you can still have your hair looking really fresh to
I
death.
love
I know that Sean
Sean
would love that.
Sean had to step back.
He
He's
did.
like, he's
He
like,
did.
I just thanks for leaving me out of that. Where's my opportunity? You're gonna have someone to paint my bald head.
You can put a wig on and have that braided. That would look great. Grow
How
a
would you,
beard, we can braid that.
you know who I could see? Okay, I could see Justin Medeiros leaning into that.
ooh.
I'll let braid that.
Oh,
Mm.
braid the mullet, do it for us.
All right, so I like that, Tommy. That's a good one. So next one is this is a good one. Most likely to be late due to a sponsor obligation.
This is like the always late,
Yeah,
a
I like
superlative.
that.
My wife got voted most likely to be late to your own wedding.
my God, you two are a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I know.
Literally.
We're perfect for each other.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Let's see. Wait, I'm looking to. So I think, you know who I think it's going to be?
Who?
The Wells sisters and Haley Adams.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a
just because of
That's
the fan demand around those three to take pictures and interact. Like I could see that getting a little out of hand.
That's a really good one.
That's a good one. Or I had Kyra Milligan, Danny Spiegel, and Olivia
That's
Kerstetter.
that could
So
be
I have them
Also.
for another one on this list.
Okay.
Yeah, but
all right.
yeah, I get
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, what about
Uh,
men? What me
that
uh,
that's where I think
that's
Noah
hard
and
for this one.
that's where I kind of feel like Noah and Chandler would be, just because anytime Noah does like people line up to chat with him.
Yeah.
And he
And
will
he's like
chat,
And Travis Mayer is gonna be the one who's got to drag him out of it, right?
yeah.
the
Come on.
dad of the group.
He's the
He's usually
Yep,
got
responsible
4
one.
kids in tow, so he's like,
He's like, come on, I get this every day at home. Noah, let's go. I need you to
we're on the move.
Yep.
take some responsibility here.
Okay.
Okay. I like
Yeah,
that.
I like those answers.
I'll go with that. I don't. I have no idea on this one. Tom, you're gonna have to take the lead. This is your category. Most likely to get no reps due
Ooh.
to dancing. So
this is
explain
the
this.
this is like the most fun one. Like there's always like a and this is what I remember. One of the things that caught my eye during Wodapalooza back in the day is that like the music was blasting and like their athletes were actually like grooving and like having a good time out on the floor. And like you see them cheesing and stuff like that, and there's usually the superlative like the most fun, or
Mhm.
the like the most personable, whatever it is. And like there's going to be an athlete, jokingly of course, that's going to be like really into the music and enjoying it, and then it's their turn to tap in, and then they mess up the first rep or they trip
Mm,
over,
mhm.
they don't go below parallel or whatever it is. So that's kind of like someone who's going to get lost in the music in the moment a
A
little
team
bit and
with
have a
Fee.
blast.
Who's
That's
that?
a great one.
Who?
Yeah, Fee.
Fee
So she
Sagafi's team.
Fee Sagafi, so she's on a team with Linda Kiesman and Elisa Fuliano, and I think that she could probably get them to join into her dance party. I mean, Fee can get anybody to join into a dance party or smile.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What about?
She's just a happy-go-lucky person.
Well, what about on the men's side? What about Guy Mayeros, Jorge Fernandez?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Good call, Sean, I like that.
Gee giving a little bit of swag, just a little bounce to him.
Mayeros, you're up. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Exactly,
I can
exactly. That's
totally
the
see that.
uh,
All right, those
that's
are good.
hilarious.
Good answer, good
Oh,
answer.
now this is a little more serious. Okay, this is most
Ooh,
likely. I'm going to pop this in here so we can show it. This is most likely to win 3 events and not podium.
and not podium. Oof, that's tough.
Oh, that's a different one, I think.
This from here. I think we should still do it.
What? The not podium?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, I'm saying,
This is like most dramatic.
yeah, most dramatic.
Most dramatic.
I always think of this one because one of my best friends got voted most dramatic, and he was so pissed about it.
We're proving our point.
Um, yeah, ooh. So yeah, let's think of the team that's just gonna go up and down all of like they'll win events and then might have a blow up,
Mhm.
might
Mhm. Man,
oof.
I mean, look, I just mentioned it, but Mayeros, Fernandez, and Panchik. I don't
Mm,
know. Just Guy is one giant fast twitch muscle, but if he's got
yeah,
the
I
it's a tough one.
I also like want to think about I also think of like the athletes who have so many different skill sets,
Right.
right? That are very unique and different. And the dramatic thing is like here or there. That's not here or there, but it's more just like where do the team that we see seesaw like jumping all over the place,
What
right?
about Rolf Lowen and Gazan?
I actually think they'd be pretty good together.
That's a that's an interesting team. They're pretty well
It
rounded.
is.
They are
Well,
pretty well-rounded, yeah.
they got everything on that team. This place has got everything.
I think they're
Um,
gonna do really well. I'm also
Um,
looking at the daughters, but I don't necessarily know that the result would be not podium.
this is a hard one.
I can definitely see the daughters kind of fitting that because they're just going to knock a few out of the. And here's why.
Yeah,
And
which
this
is
and I
interesting.
think we should clarify this
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
they're gonna knock some ones out of the park, but Katrin is retired Sarah has transitioned, has a bunch of other stuff going on in her life professionally as well. Like Annie with, motherhood and all that stuff. Like it doesn't seem like the pure pursuit of being the absolute fittest is
Yeah.
their sole focus. So I think that you could see like maybe some gaps in the training and prep, at least at this stage. And it's their first off, I am stoked for this team.
I'm
Like
so
This
excited
is
for this
absolutely.
team.
that might be the team I'm most excited to see take the floor. And
I
I also
never
just
thought we
don't
would see this.
I
It's
also just
fantastic.
don't
Well, this is
don't
why
know how it's going to
this
work.
is so cool because you like that you have the opportunity to see that, right?
I guess
Yeah.
I guess it definitely fits as most dramatic as if you're most excited to see that team go
All
on
right,
the floor,
there we
right?
go.
Yeah, it's dramatic anyway that you cut that cookie.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next one. This is I've fixed my graphic skills here. Most talkative or the most likely to trash talk while they're ahead.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I think it's going to be Hopper, Adler.
Yeah,
Well,
that's where I had them penciled in for sure.
Versus Justin, Dallin, and Willie. With
Yeah.
like, I think those 2 teams will be trash talking each other if the
that's
lanes work out.
you're
And they
exactly
should. They need to be thinking about who's in the lanes next to each other right freaking now.
right. Yeah. That you get those two together, it's just like matter and antimatter. They're just going to annihilate each other. Just talk trash. But Adler can chirp. Vellner can chirp. It's in their Canadian blood. Hopper can talk trash. Oh yeah, and if they've got Dallin and that team in their rearview mirror or anywhere near them, oh god, get the parabolic mic, or just better yet, mic those guys up.
Yeah, get it fired
And
up.
Justin's getting more comfortable with some of that too. He
Yeah,
recently did a YouTube episode with,
yeah, that was
I think, yeah,
hilarious.
with Dallin and Vellner. I didn't watch the whole
Uh,
episode. I just saw the clip on Instagram, but I thought it was really funny, him and Hopper going back and forth and kinda shit talking each other and what the perception was before they got to know each other, and then how Justin heard a clip of Hopper and he was like, "Wait, you" he gave him shade or something, but
Yeah.
anyways, I
it's
digress.
good. No, that was very entertaining, and we've always
It
said
was.
that interaction, that trash talking between athletes, the stuff that they say in the interviews where they kind of take shots at each other, fantastic. I think it's all in good fun too, which is nice. But all right, next one. This is most famous or most likely to show up in the Buttery Bros vlog.
That's amazing,
Uh,
I like
Gotta go
that.
on the men's side. I got to go with the Chandler, Noah, Travis team, just because I feel like that's
yeah,
it's
I
be a fun
honestly
combination.
I kind of felt like yeah, that's tough. I felt like this is where potentially Kyra and Danny and Olivia could pop in
Ooh, I
because they
like
would be
that.
they would
That's a
be
good
cheesing
call.
and goofing the whole time and having a good
Mhm.
time. Um, that's a good contender for it. Whereas I had these
You know
earmarked a
what?
little
We
bit.
gotta have the Buttery Bros back on the show sometime.
We do.
We
It's
haven't
been
talked
We
way
to them
too
in a while,
long.
should.
man. They're always a good time.
Yes, they
Hundred
are.
percent.
And with Julian. Julian kind of gets left out sometimes whenever we interview them. Like, we gotta have Julian. Like, we got the whole shebang on. Let's set
Yep.
The whole shebang.
that going live, like live primetime episode. Us and the Buttery Bros. Just no show
I love
structure,
it.
swapping
That
stories.
could be
Uh,
fun.
It'd be really fun.
I'm trying to think who else on the guys would do that in a good way. Like so maybe someone we
Yeah, I'm
haven't
looking at the
talked about.
roster. And the Buttery
Uh,
Bros.
hmm,
I mean, I think we named it.
yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty
Are
sure
there
that's
any,
it
like,
for
any
sure.
sleepers there, or
Yeah, because who's like a sneaky funny person?
sneaky funny?
I don't
Oh
know.
man,
Jeff Adler.
yeah,
He
I
is,
think
but
he's
we've given them like there's that one person you can't give them all the superlatives, you know.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Okay, we're taking it away from you.
ah,
Funny.
That's tough. I think on the women's side they can have that one for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I like
Okay.
that one. Okay, this next one is most athletic or most likely to win any other sport other than CrossFit.
I got a sneaky one for the women.
All right.
Let's hear it.
I think Lucy Campbell, Jennifer Muir, and Taylor Howe
Ah,
Yep.
I like that.
That's a
would
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good
uh,
one.
are some just athletic savages,
Mhm,
and I think
mhm.
they would crush. I also think like Emma Tall, Emily Lundberg, and Lena Richter would be a good one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's some
Rolf Lowen
athletes that
and
like,
Kazan.
yes, that's a good one. That's a really good one
How about for the men?
because Kazan was a very good lacrosse player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
you
man.
you got some athleticism there.
What about I might go with Medeiros, Pepper, and George. I mean, Justin Medeiros, former wrestler. Didn't Pepper play football?
He did. He played Spanish Fork High School, I believe. He was one of the few athletes that like the teenage athletes like actually wanted to like stick out and finish their senior year playing
Yeah.
football. I mean, going back to the trash talk real quick, most talkative, I do think Gazan and Ariel Lowen and Emily Rolfe, if we're just thinking of talkative, could fit in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I just feel like Ariel Lowen's so nice that she wouldn't talk trash.
she would say something like, "Oh, bless your heart," you know.
Yeah,
Right.
that is mhm, mhm.
You're like, "God dang
Oh,
it."
bless your heart.
Bless her heart.
Oh,
That's
you
funny.
know what? You tried so hard. I'm so proud of that effort. You're
And then
like,
Rolf would probably come
"God."
in and just like translate it and be like, what she really means is
Yeah, yeah.
double dip.
Right, right.
All right.
Uh,
Most athletic. I like that choice, Tommy.
I think that,
Mhm.
yeah, they're very sneaky. I also, and this is just kind of uh outside of like other sports, and Twania Falk Kodolinski, who's on like the Swedish team,
Mm.
she's always come across as someone like it doesn't matter what sport it will be, she will compete like a honey badger. But let me look at the men. Is there any like sneaky like high level player?
Charlotte, I think Alex Vino's played hockey before. He's on
Yeah,
Yep,
you're
the
right.
teams, couple guys.
some high level soccer
What about
players
the
there
team with
too.
Tudor?
Oh, yeah, they're young enough to where like they can just,
I was thinking that, yeah.
Resilient, yeah, because
Yeah.
they got Jack Farlow on the
but
team too.
also did they focus only on that one sport, right?
Yeah.
Like we want the multi-sport
good point.
athletes. I feel like maybe like Wozlowski, Gonzalez, and Clements, you know, you get some of the European flavor, some soccer,
Mhm. All right.
but
Next one. The
Uh,
last one. This is the last one.
yep.
Okay. Party animal. Most likely to win the after party.
Everybody's face.
I think how do you not go again, not to bring them up again, but how do you not go with Vellner, Hopper, and Adler?
I think Hopper and Adler wouldn't like Vellner would
They're
carry
going
that
home for
squad.
an early bedtime.
Vellner would have to carry that team at the after
You
party.
think? Okay.
Yeah. This is where I'm thinking. Oof. Let me kind of go.
I mean, maybe you
Running
got to
through
look at
my
the Europeans here. They can throw
yeah.
down
Oh,
I
if
mean,
there's
the
any
team with
where's
Alex
the
Smith.
Aussies.
the Aussies for
The
sure. Any
Aussies always.
I don't see a big Aussie
I
team.
don't think there is. I mean, if you had like Newberry and Porter,
Oh my God! Yeah, no
um,
question, no question.
I don't know.
Damn, that sucks. I wish there was like a full like heavy Aussie team. Yeah. Hmm. If that's the case, I'm gonna go like, you know, maybe someone from Latin America. Someone gonna cut loose.
Mm.
Oh, Guimaeros.
Yeah, or even like
I said Alex
like
Smith. What do you guys think about that?
yeah, I think you'd have a good time.
I think he wants to have a good time.
All right. I don't know.
Like
I'm
I
never
don't
at
know.
the after party long enough to see who really gets
Shut to sleep.
like 9:30. Ooh,
The
Matlock.
notable people on this roster are like the ones that I think about a couple years ago at the after party. They aren't on this list.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like on the elite women,
Memorable dance moves in my head.
I feel like the Allie Weiss, like Laws Stallwood, like some of the Invictus girls, I think they would be sneaky on the winning the after party there.
Man, what about Medeiros' crew? Because you're
Justin,
thinking, I think about Justin. He brings the entourage. They like a good
that
time. Great people.
that
They
dep-
like to have a
that
good time.
depends if if his boy Noah shows up. who from the trailer park in Madison that we all stayed with.
Oh man. Oh yeah. They were. Thank God for them, huh? All right. We want to settle on anybody here. Or we just want to throw these out and let people kind of decide who they think.
I think that like that Lost Stallwood
Okay.
team that
I
from
think
Invictus.
collectively that team, you're correct, because I was like,
Who's on
I
that
know
team?
my
It's
girl DB likes to have a good time, but I don't know
yeah, she,
that she's gonna get Emma Lawson and Shelby Neal to rally with her at that level.
yep. Allie Weiss, Lauren Stallwood, and Sydney Smith.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
accept it. But all right. So now veering into kind of just more serious territory. What do you think? Like, what are some top storylines that you guys are watching? Are going to be watching this event? We'll talk about the individuals next week as we get closer. But Lauren, you're
Mhm.
going to be there. Like, what are you really going to be looking at? Whether it's competition focused, whether it's atmosphere, anything.
Yeah, for me, it's the teams, it's the specific combination. So I'm really excited to see the daughters. That's gonna be like a huge highlight just because I mean, they've been in the space since pretty much the beginning. I mean, it's a long time since we haven't had a daughter compete at the highest level. So having the three of them on a team, I think, is great. And also, I'm really excited to see Luca's team. So he's on
Yeah,
a team with Harry Lightfoot and Moritz Feebig. So I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing the three of them.
for sure. I think beyond just any individual athlete storylines, for me, like the elite teams with these trios, it really kind of is what like high level competition at Wodapalooza is about. Like that, if
Mm,
I think about the spirit of Wodapalooza and the memories that I have of like, first going to watch and scout for when we were at
yeah,
HQ and like watching talent and people up and comers, but also like just like the uniqueness of that competition and how much what the type of energy that comes to the floor when those teams of three get on, it's just different.
yeah,
Um,
Mhm.
and the athletes bring it there in a way that you don't get to see very often in other formats. Coupled with the fact that this is a new venue for Wodapalooza being on the beach, like I won't get to be there in person. Obviously, Lauren will be there, and we'll be, I'll be help supporting from afar. But really, kind of gauging the temperature of the competition. Does it still feel like the celebration? Does the atmosphere now pour into that and make elevate that teams of three competition a little bit more? And are athletes out there having fun the same way that they used to? Right? Like, it's I use this example for one of the years I was scouting, right? Like there was a year, I think the first year that it was the Panchicks versus the Smiths, all three
mhm,
Smith brothers versus all three Panchicks, and they were doing a lifting event um, on Bayside, and it was a max snatch event, and it was like coming down to the wire, and I think Scott hit 285. And this is before Saxon and Spencer had qualified. So this was maybe somewhere around 2017, 2016. And you could feel there was like this vibe of once Scott hit 285, everyone looked around and both of the twins were like, screw it, let's go for it. And everybody just like, yeah. And you see like the next, like one of them hit it. And then the third one steps up. And it was just like this really cool moment that captures kind of like the essence of that competition of like, hey, we're here. Let's shoot for the moon. Let's have
yeah,
some fun doing it too in a way that like seeing three brothers all hit 285 back to back to back, you just don't get that. Like that's what those moments are built out of, and that's really what I hope that they continue with with this new venue.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm really interested to see how there were so many iconic settings at Bayfront Park. You had the backdrop of the city when you were in the main arena. Then you had
Yeah,
Bayside, and it was that was awesome. How what's going to take the place of that, if anything, at this new venue?
yeah,
How's it going to look being on the beach? And what's the vibe going to be? But I think more importantly, and I'd say this too, if we were even talking about the individuals, for me at least, I want to see what the reaction is from the people. I won't be there, but Lauren, you're going to be on site, so this is something that you'll be able to talk to. But like, what's the mood on site? What are what's the anticipation for the season coming up? And then what do the numbers look like with people tuning in online to watch this? Like what's
Mhm.
that going to be? Is like the appetite still there? Because it usually the buzz is around this time of year. Season's getting ready to start. First big competition. Here we go. And you can kind of feel that energy starting to ramp up. will it be the same thing this year? Because I think that's going to tell us a lot about what we can expect as we head into the Open. Because we're only now a month and a half away from that. So
Yeah.
I'll be keeping an eye on, and looking forward to seeing the competition. And like I said, we'll break down the individuals, take a little more serious look at that next week. But we just thought we'd have a little fun with the teams, because that is, while it is competitive, it is more, I guess, I don't know if lighthearted is the word, but or phrase.
More room for fun.
More room for fun. Exactly. It doesn't matter as much. But okay. I'll say this. Look, community support. Obviously, the fires. We're still dealing with that down in Los Angeles. A lot of people have been affected. There've been some people on across the social media who have put out some places that need help, ways you can help. Red Cross. If you go there, they have ways you can donate. But if you can do anything, just help, just try. I heard someone talking about today on a podcast, like, it's great to call and say, hey, how are you doing? But what's even more effective is you just start helping, just do something. So there's a lot of people down there that have been affected, and it's been pretty awful. So just want to help them out however we can. So yeah. And if anybody has any sort of like CrossFit centric things that they want to get the word out on, please send them to us, because we would love to amplify that message. All right. Before we close out, PRs, no reps. Any no reps to hand out this week? Or are we feeling more of a PR mood?
Lauren, do you have any no reps?
I got a no rep if you don't, Tommy. Go ahead, Lauren.
No. Go ahead, Sean.
If Tommy's not, I'm going to no rep the Dallas Cowboys. What are you doing? Like, get rid of your coach, or don't wait a week after all the candidates that are the top candidates that you can interview have already been interviewed, and now you can't interview them because you waited. What is Jared doing, Tommy?
I mean, that sentence is basically what's been running through Cowboys fans' heads for the last decade.
I'm mad for you.
I know.
And Chase Ingram, our good friend, who's a big Cowboys fan.
Oh, I know. I know. I feel you're in the middle of it, Sean. You get the weekly text from me and Chase ping-ponging back our soggy sorrows about the Cowboys every week. Yeah.
Come on. Dion is the guy?
No, please. This is what I'll tell you. Not to get too far off, I'll tell you why he won't hire Dion. Is because Dion will be the bigger draw than old Jarrah would once the game's over. When the game's over and all the reporters go to the locker room, old Jarrah wants them to come to him first, and they would go to primetime. And that's why he fired Jimmy Johnson back in the day. But
his hair was nicer too. Lauren, okay, so PRs, you got PRs you want to? It's getting late for Lauren. She's really she's reading our schedules and recording at 11:30 at night Eastern.
I'm struggling to think of a PR and no rep in this moment.
All right. You know what? I'm going to just PR the firefighters and all the first responders down in LA.
That's a big one.
Specifically, like, have you seen the videos of these, like, I think they're DC-10s, these modified planes that fly like 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
They drop all this stuff on the.
That's really cool.
God, who are these people? Heroes.
Yeah, that's a good PR, because those videos of them scooping up the water and like, and then also like whipping them in, like hitting. There was a video of one of the fire, like the fire line, the line of fire, I guess I should say, was almost like kind of in a curvature shape, and the pilot like basically whipped it away that like it matched it perfectly and put it all out.
Wow,
I was like,
that's cool.
I saw one that was, it was, I guess in the moment, it was like a moment of levity and like celebrating how cool this thing was. But I think it was a helicopter that dropped something like right in the nick of time on a fire to put it out. And someone had dubbed the home run call of Freddie Freeman from, I think it was game 1 of the World Series, the home run that he hit.
Oh, that's so cool.
Coincided with the water dropping. So I thought that was a good way of like using sports as sort of show you how cool it is, what these people were able to do. So, first responders, cops, and firefighters down there, because police are, they sometimes don't get the due that they deserve, because they're down there helping with evacuations, trying to keep people safe and all that stuff. So thank you for everything that you guys are doing down there.
Oh, I do have a no rep. I have a no rep that do you see? I had this written down. I forgot about it. That Eagles guy that was berating that
I did hear about this
Packers woman.
Yes.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
no
see
rep
that.
to that guy
Oh,
because
dirtbag.
yeah, he's
I mean, it's
basically
strange because usually Philadelphia fans are very well behaved.
yeah. uh,
My
uh,
kid.
Said no one ever.
somebody get
Yeah.
Tim Paulson on the line. Ask him,
Yeah.
hey, yo, is this your boy? Um,
Oh,
yeah, no, but then that guy ultimately got fired from his job.
I mean, it just goes to
wow,
show you can't
amazing.
act like you don't do that in public. And
Don't be an ass.
no, you're gonna pay for it nowadays. Like someone's gonna put it on social media. It's come on, you gotta know better than that. I don't care. I mean, yeah. Sorry,
You would
don't be
hope.
a jerk. There's consequences.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm not,
That's
I wish one of the consequences is that they don't advance past this round, but not
mm,
super optimistic about the matchup this weekend. But hey, house money. My team wasn't even supposed to make the playoffs, and they had a great game Monday night. So they gave me something to cheer about, but I think it might be coming to an end. But anyway,
super wild card weekend.
never know. All right. Lauren, where are you going this weekend? You got big plans, right?
I
You're going to
leave
Vegas. You talked about
for
it, right?
Vegas
Yeah,
on
mentioned that again
Monday
before the show. I
for
feel
SHOT Show. Yeah.
awesome. Have fun. Uh,
Thank you.
yeah. Play
And then
some bets
straight
for
to
Tommy.
Miami from there.
There you go. You're gonna
Ooh,
have
are you
yourself a
staying on the strip?
I am staying at the Venetian.
Ooh, I love the Venetian. All suites in the hotel, so you get like
Wait,
the
really?
yeah, all of their rooms have like they basically are like where the beds are, and then it drops down, and there's like a little living room area. They're very nice.
Well, I
Love
can't
the
wait to
Venetian.
podcast with you guys from the Venetian
Sweet.
next.
Yeah, put the
Mhm.
city in the background. Open the curtain.
Oh yeah, we'll have
Are
ourselves a time.
All right.
are you a buffet gal?
Huh.
Who's
Is there
not?
anybody who's like who's not a buffet girl?
Wicked Spoon at the Cosmopolitan, Bachnal at the
Oh, you have all
Caesars.
those places.
Mm,
Oh,
mm.
I got Vegas in my back pocket,
All right.
baby. I got some.
Remember nine fine
Please
Irish.
send me your list, Tommy.
I
All right.
got you. Nine Fight Irishman over by
Dude,
New
they
York,
had
New
the,
York.
they had the most kick-ass Irish band. They were playing everything. It was awesome. Like flogging
Yeah.
Molly tunes and Dropkick Murphys. It's fantastic.
Oh,
Um,
amazing.
Okay. That is it for today. I want to thank our sponsors, Reebok. Check out the new Nano X5. That drops January 24th. Big thanks to Thirdzy. As always, thirdzy.com/TEF. You will save 20%. Next week, we will break down the individuals that are participating and competing in Miami for Wodapalooza. Talk more about, I'm sure, all the news that's going to be coming out here as we get closer to the official start of the game season. Week one of the Open, February 27th, right? That's when that starts.
Mhm.
Last day, my son's 5th birthday. We're gonna be doing
Dude,
that.
that's crazy
Woo!
that he's
I
already
know.
5.
I know. How'd he
No,
get
dude,
that old?
I barely remember him being a baby. Like I see pictures. I'm like, when did that happen? Only
It's
5 years ago. It was
it's
fast.
funny. I imagine because I wasn't I wasn't down in the trenches with that. Like I have vivid memories of Max being just like a
Yeah.
little squish, right?
Right.
Like this little like
Aw.
bobblehead, like
Mhm.
squish. And now knowing what I like have experienced now, like credit to you, man. The way you managed our schedule back then.
It's
Whew,
not. You get it. You get it.
uh,
You just figure it out. It works. So anyway,
yeah.
thanks so much for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening, and thanks again to our sponsors, Reebok and Thirdzy. Please check them out. That's going to do it for today. For Lauren Khalil, Tommy Marquez, I'm Sean Woodland. Take care of each other. Be better. We'll talk to you guys next time.